Our season, this the break season, this the Hawk season, this the soccer team season. If you wasn't with us last year, it's too late, you hear me? I know I say it every season, but this really is our year, gang. 4 major sports teams, and I swear one of them gon' win a ring. Tired of losing to the Saints and fighting they fans after the game. Tired of all them sad Sundays, ride home on that MARTA train. It's different, bro, new quarterback. Yeah, this ain't Ritter, bro. Raheem gon' make sure everything cool, just like our kicker, bro. And you can't catch Bijan with a crew, just take a picture, bro, and we gon' win way more than we lose. Yeah, we done up the score. Yeah, bro, in the field, but my seat's high as hell, though. But I put the filter on the pic so you can't tell, though. Say 28-3 around me, you gon' feel my shell toes. R.I.P. Kobe, but 24 AJ Terrell, bro. Yeah, bro, in the bird nest and y'all laying eggs, though. Even if we lose, the game gon' still be a celeb show. Saying that you been down since day one, but I can't tell, though. If you really was, you would be screaming ATL, bro. Yeah, bro. ATL, bro. ATL, bro. ATL, bro. ATL, bro. ATL, bro. Man, I'm telling you, this our season. If you don't believe it, bet. Ain't nobody going back and forth with y'all, man. 12-5. 12-5. Put your money down. Ain't nobody got no time to talk about. The soccer team about to go crazy in the dome, too. United we stand. Divided we fall, I'm telling you. The Hawks gonna go crazy, too. I swear the Braves about to get it back together, man. It's our season, everything. I swear on everything, man. Y'all ain't touching us, man. New quarterback. Shout out my quarterback. Go crazy, cousins. All that talk about you, go crazy, cousins. Come back. That's my cousin now. That's my cousin now. That's my cousin now. That's my cousin now. I'm telling you, watch what happens. Watch what happens. This our season. Go play with us this year, man. We coming back in the all black with the red hat. You know what's going on. Nobody got no time to go back and forth with y'all, man. This is our year. Why wouldn't it be our year? Don't talk to me about what happened in the past. Talk to me about today. If it ain't about today, I don't want to hear it. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. I'm telling you. Don't worry about it. Y'all about to see. It's about to be clear. It's about to be clear. We good, Will? The audio good? All right. And we back for the second time tonight. First time this week. The Next2Ball podcast, man. Another edition of it. As I say every episode, man, good morning, Atlanta. Good afternoon to Georgia. Good evening to the world, man. We are here for another edition of the Next2Ball podcast. It's not the same today. You know, usually we've been doing Victory Mondays. This ain't a Victory Monday right here. This ain't a Victory Monday. Tough weekend all around for Georgia sports. Tough weekend all around. First of all, before I start getting on niggas' heads, before I start talking about shit about these Falcons and these Hawks and these Bulldogs, I do want to give a shout out to Tech. Shout out Georgia Tech. Going to Bobby Dodd Stadium. Miami came in with the Heisman favorite, Cam Ward, and they put belt to ass against the number 9 team in the country, gave them their first loss. Was they number 9 or number They was top 10 for sure, but they was definitely undefeated. Georgia Tech gave them their first loss. Can't say nothing bad about that. And it's college football, man. Before I get into everything, man, college football is a beautiful sport. That's the last level of sports where passion is the only drive. Well, not so much now because of how athletes get paid and stuff like that. But students have a real tie to their school, a real passion. And to see how the students get to rush the field and tear down the goalposts, they still partying downtown. They fucked the varsity up this weekend. Them white folks. I don't know if y'all saw. Did y'all see the white folks swag surfing? The white folks, they had the white folks swag surfing and everything. Atlanta's culture, man. The swag surf is gonna live forever. FLY is gonna be forever rich. Because nigga, whenever football or basketball teams win a game in Atlanta, we gonna hit where 1 or 2 ATLians are gathered, a swag surf shall be had. So and the white people, God bless their heart, he should have struck the whole stadium as bad as they look. They couldn't get on rhythm for nothing to save their goddamn life, but they probably won't have too many more chances to do it. But good win for them. Good win for Tech. My Falcons. If the games, I came in here last week and I said, you got to win the games you're supposed to win. Against the teams that's the bottom dwellers, and I called out 4 or 5 teams in particular. I called out the Carolina Panthers. I said the Oakland Raiders. I said the Dallas Cowboys.
and I said the New Orleans Saints. We went to New Orleans and laid a fucking egg Sunday. A horrible egg. The team was, I knew from jump, the team was discombobulated on the first drive. The first drive of the game, Taysom Hill, the Atlanta killer, as long as Taysom Hill is on the Saints, we always gonna have a fucking problem. I say at this point, just trade for Taysom Hill. Go get him. Put him in an Atlanta jersey. At this point, if he's just gonna wreck us like that, luckily, his touchdown was called back on the first drive, but I felt at that point, the energy, something ain't right. Something ain't right. And I don't know if it's because we was down there in them people's stadium, because Atlanta is not, so we're not one of those teams that travel. You know, Green Bay has a good fan base. They travel everywhere. The Cowboys, they travel. Who else travels? The Steelers travel. We're not one of those fan bases that travel. Come on in, we got our waitresses coming in. Come on, baby. Nigga, is you a waitress? What are you? What's your label? We got Daisy coming in. She just don't got no label. We gotta fucking shut up. I'm good. She's bringing somebody a drink, but she's not a waitress. She's serving a server? Okay. Bartender. Well, go back to the bar. That's bar manager. Ooh, sanitation expert. All right, appreciate that. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by our waitress. No, Atlanta's not one of those teams that travel. And so we got a little too excited. We got a little too ahead of ourselves. A little too much dip on chip. And we all got rallied up and went down to New Orleans. We was deep as shit in New Orleans. We all partying on Bourbon Street and shit like that. And I should have known then that they was down there putting voodoo on us then. Like, nigga, you can't go down there and these people, we not used to winning. That's not our style. That's not our stilo. Stay y'all ass at home and let the players handle their business. Y'all thought we was all gonna walk in their trap and take up. No, Falcons. One thing about my Falcons, one thing about all Georgia teams, and it showed this weekend, we can go back to our regular ways at any given point. Kirk Cousins came out inaccurate first quarter. He got it together in the second half. He ended up with 308 yards, but the man didn't throw a touchdown. And y'all know who I got. Even still, we let Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He had 2,000 receiving yards against us. This nigga ain't caught a pass he was literally on their practice squad, and a nigga named Bucky had to get hurt for him to even get upgraded to the starting lineup. And he gets in and scores 2 touchdowns and 139 in the first half. This nigga had his best game of his life in 2 quarters on us. That can't happen. The pass he caught, the one where Derek Carr looked so good, I almost called that nigga Drew Brees. The pass he dropped over the breadbasket where he ran by A.J. Terrell, Jesse Bates, and Justin. First of all, you can't run by all 3 of these niggas. Not all 3 of them. Not what I've been on this show every week claiming that we got the best defensive backs in the league. He running by all 3 of them, and all 3 of them looking like Larry, Curly, and Mo. Like, I don't know what we were supposed to do, where you were supposed to be, where you were supposed to be. Y'all got the sorriest niggas on the field scoring touchdowns on us, and that ain't even the biggest problem. Our offensive line couldn't save anything. That ain't the biggest problem. Young Way Cool. Young Way Cool. And I get on here and defend you every week after. Will, how often do I, if I don't give nobody else on the Falcons praise, who do I praise the most? Young Way Cool. My old bitch tripping, but my young hoe cool. I'm telling y'all right now, that young hoe was tripping yesterday. I'd rather have a cougar on the field than have that young hoe on the field. That nigga there showed his ass in New Orleans. I don't know if they gave him some Creole. I don't know what they did to him. They gave him some beignets. What's them little sugar things? Beignets? I don't know if they gave the nigga some beignets or what. The nigga looked fluffed, stuffed, and not ready to play football. The nigga, 3, you can't miss 3 kicks, cool. 1, fine. 2, because it got blocked, fine. That 3rd one, my nigga. Come on now. Hey, look, cool. And I don't want to go in too hard on him because I really like the kid. I like him. I said as Georgia Southern graduate, he was already kicked out the league, made his way back into the league. He got cut from San Diego and made his way back into the league to find himself on the Falcons and become one of the greatest kickers in NFL history, statistics-wise. But this year has dropped him out of the top 10. This year alone has dropped him out of top 10 statistics-wise. Last year he was 31 for 37. The year before that, I want to say he was 34 for 35. In between 40 and 49 yards for the last 3 years, despite this year, Koo was 40 for 41, in between 40 and 49 yards. Yesterday, he missed a 32, a 22, and a 49. Will, talking to you. It's all good. I see where we at. I got you. Nah, he missed a 32, 22, and a 49. Those kicks changed the game. Not only did they change the game, I dare say they lost us the game. Those kicks, those 9 points we left on the field, we can't win like that. And one thing, Falcons, this is what I want to say. When you on a chase to be a great team, well, because right now we're in the middle, we're in between. Niggas is trying to figure out, are we a trustworthy team or are we just a team with a winning record that's going to lose in the first round of the playoffs? And yesterday and the Seattle game showed that sometimes we can't be trusted to do what we're supposed to do. Like yesterday, if we just played a complete football game, even with all the errors we had, even with the turnover we had by Kirk Cousins, the fumble we lost, even with all that, it could have been overcome with a complete football performance by all three parts. Football is a three-part sport: offense, defense, and special teams. The defense did their job. I would dare say the offense did their job, even though Cousins didn't have his best day. Bijan Robinson had a career day yesterday. A career day. 180 yards from scrimmage, 2 touchdowns. Unstoppable. Broke a tackle from Cam Jordan just to shake off Tyrann Mathieu. Stumbled for 40 yards and still was the fastest nigga on the field. It was beautiful to see. And all that went to waste when Younghoe Koo started missing field goals. Was Younghoe Koo in the parade with them niggas on Bourbon Street? What is the deal with this? Somebody need to check Younghoe bank account. That's what we need. I need to see if a deposit was made at 4:30 yesterday. I need to know where some cash come in, because if the number on his bank account was something at 1 p.m. and then it was a slight increase by 4:30, that nigga owed me something. Ain't no way the fuck you gonna be on underdog out here betting, cause nigga, it was almost too obvious. Like nigga, your line on underdog was 2.5 field goals. Your line was 2.5, nigga. 2.5 all field goals. You gave us none. You gave us 1 to make it look sweeter. You gave us 1 to throw us off. You can't throw us off, nigga. We know what you do. You ain't fooled me. Fucking bastard. We should have left your ass in New Orleans so you could drown with the rest of them niggas. It just hurt, Goonie. Like, I mean, because it's like on the song, I made the song, you know what I'm saying? I said 12-5. I wasn't expecting one of the 5 to be a loss to the Saints. Not this season. Not to a team that just lost their coach. Not to a team that just traded their best cornerback. Not to a team that's beat up all over the line. Not to a team that has Chris Olave and their other receivers out. They top 2 receivers out. And we supposed to be a playoff team. We supposed to be, they got us top 10 in power rankings. They got us right up there with the Commanders and the Steelers and the Ravens and the Bills. Not with their performance yesterday. All them teams will beat us if we play like that. You can't go into no house and miss 3. I don't know any game in the NFL where you can win where you get 3 missed field goals and 2 turnovers, unless you the fucking Detroit Lions who threw fucking 5 turnovers yesterday and still fucked around and won the game. Like, it's just not supposed to happen. Those type of things ain't supposed to go together. So we were supposed to lose that game yesterday. If you gonna miss 3, you told me before the game start, hey, y'all gonna miss 3 field goals and Cousins gonna have a fumble and a pick. Well, hell, we gonna lose the game by 20. We was lucky to only lose by 3. That just show you how sorry the Saints are. The fact that we only lost by 3 should let you know that the Saints are sorry as shit, and if we just play decent football, we can win the game. All we have to do is play competent football. Competent. I don't want these niggas out here looking like the 08 Patriots. I just want competency. I just want niggas to do their job. I just want niggas. If Koo not gonna make field goals, the fuck is he on the team for? He don't have no other role. He's not on defense. He's not there to tackle. He's not there to block. He's not there to catch a pass, run the ball. You literally got one job. See, and that's why kickers are so disposable in the league. Because, nigga, you got one job. You got one job, nigga. They don't even going to use to play football. Did the kickers have to practice as hard as everybody else? They let them niggas study doing football, doing practice. They don't want because they don't want the nigga to get tired. They don't want to because usually niggas only got one good kicker. They don't want these niggas out here risking injury. Nigga, you take it easy. We gonna get you massage while everybody else out here practicing. You get treated like a god if you a kicker during practice. You don't have to do shit. They manicure you. They rub your feet. They rub your toes individually when you a kicker because they want everything to flow smoothly for you because just for you to do one job. One job. You don't have to think about shit. Do you know when the Bengals went to the Super Bowl and they played the Rams? This was like 2-3 years ago. And they had McPherson, they call him Mac Fearless, their kicker for the Bengals. You know, he didn't even have to go in during halftime. He told Coach, I wanted to watch the halftime show. I can't even remember who the halftime show was. Either it was Beyonce or somebody like that. And he was like, I want to watch the halftime show. The coach said, go ahead. I can't coach a kicker. It's nothing to tell you. You can stay out there as long as you want. As long as you hit the kick, you're good. If Cool is missing kicks, he doesn't have a spot on this team. And I'd hate that for him for somebody who's the city has fell so in love with. You get what I'm saying? But my nigga, we need a kicker. And I know people are, the only thing I would say is people are so quick to be like, well, just leave Cool and go get another kicker. It's not that simple. If it was another kicker, Cool is 7 for 16 on the season. If it was another kicker out there, we'd go get the nigga. We'd been when and got the nigga. Cool is really our only option to this shit. Kickers, niggas find kickers like they always be like, he was just sitting at home on the couch last weekend. They say shit like that about kickers because you really got to go find these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we have to stay with this nigga at this point. I don't know our backup kicker. Bradley Pinion, that's our backup punter. I don't see him getting in there in the field. We in a pickle right now. And this is my only concern about Cool. This is where it really gets technical, and this is where I'm not joking. I've seen kickers lose confidence in their career. I've seen it happen. It happens a lot to kickers. They go through a drought in their career, and I've never in my lifetime, I don't know, maybe somebody in the room could tell me something different. I've never in my lifetime seen a kicker lose confidence and regain confidence. Usually because kicker, either you're hurt or it's something in the head. It's not something that can be coached. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, with a quarterback or a wideout, niggas can teach you how to be a better wideout or a quarterback or a better tackler or a better defender. With the kicker, nigga, it's all on you. It's all on you. It's all on you. It's a mental thing. So once a kicker loses confidence, it's over. You know what Younghoe Koo reminded me of yesterday? Basketball reference. He reminded me of Nick Anderson missing them 4 straight free throws. That's exactly what it was like. And Nick Anderson was an 82, 83% free throw shooter before he missed them 4 free throws. It fucked his career up. It fucked his career up. Shaq don't even talk to this nigga no more. It fucked his career up. And I don't know if Koo is at that point yet, but I do know this. Koo's been shaky since the middle of last season, and we've been sweeping it under the rug because it hasn't really affected us. But now it's an issue because now these games matter. See, when you miss field goals last 4 or 5 years, who gave a fuck? We was down 40. Nobody gave a fuck. We was trying to go for it anyway. But see, now we in tight games and we playing teams that it may come down to a field goal because we really in battles with these niggas. We gonna need a kicker. Sometimes when everything else is going wrong or even when everything else is going right, you need that one player that can put you over the edge, and sometimes it's going to be your kicker. You don't ever know who it is at sometimes, but you need everybody on the fucking team to be prepared. And yesterday we got to a point where everybody on the team did their part except one person. We could have won the game with the exception of one person holding us back. We lost. We didn't lose to the Saints. We lost to Younghoe Koo. The Saints won, Younghoe Koo won, the Falcons lost. That's what happened yesterday. And moving forward, I'm not going to dwell on it because one thing I will say is we still lead our division, and that's a bonus. We still lead our division. We're still the top of our division, and more than likely, we're going to win our division. Our division is shit right now. Baker Mayfield, as good a football as he playing, you know, if Baker Mayfield had a winning record, he'd probably be in the MVP race. The numbers he's putting up, the yards he's putting up, the touchdowns he's putting up, the picks he's not throwing. If Baker Mayfield had a winning record, he'd probably be in the MVP race. But because his team is losing, because they're 4-6, he's not, and that's good for the Falcons. So I just want to throw in the Saints got a win yesterday, but they were on a 7-game losing streak. How the fuck do we expect, before I even get to the Panthers winning their game, how the fuck do we expect to beat anybody good when we losing to teams on 7-game losing streaks? That was the literal definition of a trap game. And we got trapped. They trapped us. They set the mouse trap, and we ate the cheese. We ate all the cheese. We ate cheese and ass down there in New Orleans. Had the nerve to have a party. The fuck are we celebrating? We ain't did shit yet. That's what I'm saying. Why are we, what are we celebrating? Why are we popping it on niggas? I don't pop it on niggas when I know I ain't did shit, bro. Like, I don't pop it on niggas after one good show. I need to go on a run of good shows. Let other people, this is what you need to do, man. Let other people pop it for you. Get to a level where you're so good that other people pop it for you. If you got to pop it for yourself, then you ain't really did shit. Other people should be able to pop it for you. When you come around, they should be like, oh, no, that nigga doing his thing. The league don't say that about us. Right now, the league sees us as an untrustworthy team. We losing to teams that don't even have a coach. What are we doing? We losing to teams. When you start losing to teams that are trying to lose anyway, we're losing to teams that didn't want to be there. Cam Jordan has 1 sack on the season. On the season. Know who that was against? Falcons. Tyrann Mathieu, 1 pick on the season. Know who it's against? Falcons. He got 3? 3 picks? I bet the other 2 against the Falcons. I know for a fact Cam Jordan got his first sack of the season yesterday. 6 stat. Why the fuck did you wait till this Sunday to play football? And you know, they always talk about, this is another thing about the NFL. They always give these preseason predictions on the strength of schedule, who has the easiest schedule and shit like that. And they predicted us to have a top 5 easiest schedule. I don't see it like that no more. They predicted that because they thought the Commanders were going to be sorry with a rookie quarterback. They predicted Denver to not be as good. Denver has a 500 record right now. I don't just see that. I don't see us just walking in there and just whooping ass in Denver. I see another battle on our hands. We need this bye week bad. The bye week is after Denver. We got to get this Denver game. After Denver, we see the Los Angeles Chargers. I don't see that as just a walk in the park. Our only walks in the park left are Las Vegas and the Panthers. Other than that, I'm not seeing walks in the park for us. I see us having a battle in Denver next week, a close game. They got Denver favored by 1.5. That lets you know the Vegas think it's going to be close. I see us having a battle against the Chargers. I see us having a battle against Minnesota. I see a battle versus the Commanders. I don't see any just walks in the park for us coming up. So we got to get our shit together. The players got to lock in, and these next 4 to 5 weeks to show what we really made of, because we can fuck around and have a losing record by the end of it. If we ain't on our shit, we can fuck around and have a losing fucking record. So that's the report on my birds, man. Again, shout out to Bijan. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that, man. Best game of his career, not by far, but he's a Saint killer. He's a Saint killer. Whenever he lines up against the Saint, he's going to have a good day. I can count on him. I can count on Bijan. I used to be able to count on Koo. I hope next week is different. I hope he gets 1 million opportunities to kick free field goals next week. And I hope he hits all of them just to show us he's back. Raheem never wavered from him. Never said we're going to start going for it, which lets me know the team still has faith in them. They just feel like it's a bad game, and I hope that's the case. But going 7 for 16 on the season on field goals is uncool-like. It is uncool to the team, and it will keep us in a losing state. It may not keep us out of the playoffs, but it damn sure have us going home in the first round. So, yeah. Around the NFL, Baltimore still looks like Baltimore. The Chiefs, they still cheating for the Chiefs. And these fucking Lions can't lose a game. How the fuck does Jared Goff throw 5 picks and still wins the game? All right, that's insane. That kind of shit don't happen to the Lions. It don't happen for them. It used to happen to them all the goddamn time. I don't know who these Lions are. They got the luck of the Giants. Like, goddamn. Sheesh. But on to the next. Another tough loss. At least the Falcons only lost by 3. Georgia got in there and got a mud hole stumped in them. Goddamn, Ole Miss ain't play with these niggas. Georgia went to Oxford and got beat like a slave back in Oxford. It felt like the 1800s. Felt like the 1800s of Oxford. They beat the shit out of Georgia in all 3 phases. And I told y'all that old sloth-faced quarterback wasn't no fucking good. I've been saying every fucking week, Carson Beck is going to be the demise of our fucking football team. And we'll fuck around. Georgia will fuck around and not be in the playoffs because of fucking Carson Beck. And this big teeth bastard just loved to smile. Even after a pick, we was down 25. This nigga over on the bench smiling. I wanted somebody to just slap that smile right off his fucking face. Y'all know they just got that nigga a Lambo? They bought this nigga a Lambo. And he gave him a Lambo. Gave it to him, bought it for him, however you want to put it. He received a Lambo for nothing. And ain't won a game since, feel like. This nigga here, he just looks so Down syndromed. I want to know, this is my real question for Georgia, because I feel like this season's a wash already. We got first, before we even talk about how sorry Carson Beck is, can't blame it all on him when our wide receivers lead the FBS in fucking drop passes. Like, how the fuck is it 127 schools in the FBS and we lead all of them in drop passes? Ain't we supposed to be a top 10 team? Where the fuck is our wide receivers? See, and the problem is Kirby think he got dang fucking Nick Saban and just can pick up any old body and just win. Them days is over. The days of you can just recruit and just put together some shit and just be a good coach and coach these niggas up on some Coach Boone from Remember the Titans shit. Them days is over. You gonna have to start spending some money, Kirby, because that's what these other schools doing. They cashing out on these boys. You think Ole Miss, that defensive line that they put Carson Beck on his ass, you think that was cheap? That was $1 million off. That was $1 million defensive line, and it looked like it yesterday. You got to spend some money. And Kirby, somebody got to say it. You're gonna have to stop being racist and get a black quarterback. It just is what it is. Somebody gonna have to say it. I know all your alumni don't want to say it. I listen to all the other radio stations. I'm saying it. Y'all racist as fuck down there in Georgia, and that's why y'all don't want no black quarterback to lead y'all to shit. And that's why Justin Fields left y'all ass, because y'all wasn't gonna play him. Who the fuck would have played Stetson Bennett over fucking Justin Fields? That don't make no fucking sense in no time realm, in no world, in no parallel universe would Justin Fields ever be behind Stetson in any fucking thing. That nigga wouldn't be behind him in a picture. Wouldn't be behind that nigga in the drive-thru at McDonald's. And you got this nigga riding the bench talking about I'm going to Ohio State. The fuck is wrong with you, Kirby? Get a black quarterback in there. Get somebody who can break some tackles. Because this is my thing. If we had Shedeur Sanders, would we be losing these games? If we had Jalen Milroe, would we be losing these games? If we had Cam Ward, would we be losing these games? All these niggas are available before the season starts. But you want to ride it out and show us you can win with anybody. Stetson was a fluke. Stetson won 2 back-to-back, but he was a fucking fluke. Not only was Stetson Bennett a fluke, he was fucking 40 years old winning games. He was supposed to be beating them niggas. He had seen every play in the college playbook. He had been in college a decade. Carson Beck ain't it. And I told y'all, Angelo came here, the owner of the club came here and sat in here 3 weeks ago and said Carson Beck was going top 10. And I told him to his fucking face, Carson Beck is going 3rd to 4th round. I bet if he come back in here today and I asked him the same question, I bet he'll say Carson Beck going 3rd or 4th fucking round. Come on, man. I'm telling y'all what the fuck I know. And Georgia, it don't get no sweeter for y'all neither. Because y'all go up there to Old Smoky, on top of Old Smoky, go to Tennessee and fuck around and fuck with them like y'all fucked with Ole Miss. You'll be goddamn with three losses and be right outside the playoffs. First year for 12-team expansion, and y'all won't make it. How the fuck would that look? Y'all been a top 5 team for the last 6 years, and y'all won't make a 12-team playoff. That'd be bad on Kirby. That'd be bad on the recruiting, and that's bad on the team. So you need to get off your chest. You got a ball? Go
ahead. Speaking of Miami, do you still think Cam Ward is in the Heisman Trophy consideration?
I think he definitely has to be in the Heisman consideration. Cam Ward saves them every fucking week. They supposed to been lost. Miami's supposed to lose. They supposed to be 6-3 by now. Like they not Georgia Tech definitely was supposed to be their first loss. They've been down 20 in the first half twice this season. Their defense is atrocious. They might as well have me, you, and Will playing goddamn safety, cornerback, and goddamn linebacker, because they defense is, whenever Georgia Tech put up 30 points on your ass, you're a horrible defense. So for the Cam Ward, I definitely think he's a Heisman consideration. He's probably still number 1 on the Heisman list, just because who else would there be besides the running back from Boise State? They may have See, they tried to have Carson Beck in there 2-3 weeks ago. And that's what I'm saying.
What about Shador?
Shador definitely has to be in there.
What
Shout out to
Travis Hunter?
Travis Hunter's, he probably number 2. I would have
Who
him.
you think number 1?
Cam Ward.
Still?
Wow.
Cam
Ward's
now,
numbers
let me
are.
ask you this. With the way the NIL deal is working now, college football, do you think you had to go to a big program to make it to the pros now? Do you think
To make it to the pros?
Do you think it's necessary to go to a top tier teams now to make it to the pros? Because a lot of these guys are making it to the pros that ain't playing at your top tier team.
Yeah, those days are over. Since money, like you said, since the NIL, man, you can be any fucking where. You can be anywhere. I mean, just like you said, Travis Hunter. Like, Travis Hunter could have stayed at Jackson State and still was going pro. He could have stayed at Jackson State and still was going to be a top 10 pick. Shador Sanders was the number one overall quarterback in his class when he came out, and he was at Jackson State. Now, granted, they was only at Jackson State because of Dion, but wherever the fuck they went in the country, they was going pro. So I don't think you have to go to the big programs. I think it helps. I think it helps your stock. But you know what I'm saying? Going to them small programs and beating up on them schools also boosts your stock and makes you look better.
But if you're an offensive player or a defensive player, if you go to a team that has the scheme that you best from, that you play best from,
yeah,
that helps you get to the NFL now.
Without a doubt.
No matter what market you're in. It used to be the Ohio States and Florida States.
The SEC.
Yeah. SEC was getting all the players. But now there's diversity in all the schools that got good players that can make it to the NFL. So I think that's the biggest difference in the last 5 years of showing that. Yeah,
I would say that's a big difference. And also another big difference is they shrinking the conferences. So they cutting out a lot of the conferences, and a lot of teams is going to the SEC or the Big Ten and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying? When they combine all that, people are getting more looks. Like, people can see more teams on TV, and the way they're expanding the playoffs and things of that nature, more teams are getting more looks. So, like, I don't know if the running back from Boise would have been as lit as he was before the NIL. He probably would have been in the SEC somewhere. But
now,
go ahead.
Let me ask you something else. Do you think sports betting has a big influence on how the games are played and how the games are scored and who sits out in the end and who runs it up? And do you think that's a big deal? Do you think the referees know this too?
I would say this. I know back in the day they used to say they try to pay the refs so much to where gambling wouldn't be a problem to them. But everything in the world is for sale for the right price. So gambling is having an impact. The biggest impact is we can't tell if the player's betting on themselves. That's the biggest fear of betting, of sports gambling. Mm-hmm. You know, that's been since Pete Rose. We trying to figure out all the players making their own underdog and goddamn prize pick accounts.
I bring it up because Ole Miss could have ran the score up on Georgia, but they kneeled down the last 3 possessions they had to just not to run up the score. As being a gentleman to the sport,
well,
he didn't want to run it up. Do you think sports betting has an influence on that type of situation?
I would say for that particular situation, I would say no, because the spread was goddamn Georgia was supposed to win by 7. So they had already broke the spread.
Already broke that.
It didn't even matter. They did every bet that they was supposed to lose, they had already beat. Yeah. So the game was over in the third. If they had lost by 1, they made their money. Yeah. So for them to do that was just Lane Kiffin showing respect to Kirby Smart, because I've known you and we were both under Nick Saban together. Mm-hmm. That's all that was. That was just me being a friend, because I could have really embarrassed your ass.
Now, do you think Kirby should have ran it up? Do you think Kirby should have piled it on? Because
Lane Kiffin
going to show you Lane Kiffin. Should I pile it on because I'm going to show
I would say no.
SEC here we here. Yeah.
I would say no, because the point was proven. Yeah. You scored 10 and you scored 7 on a pick on the first play of the game where my quarterback got hurt. Yeah. The point had been made. We whipped your ass. It's no doubt in nobody's mind whether the score, because what was the final score? 28-10. Mm-hmm. Whether the score was 35-10, 28-10, or 21-10. Everybody in the country feels like Georgia got their ass whooped. Yeah. So I don't think no betting or nothing had anything to do with that. I think he did do the respectable thing by kneeling down, but also, let's get the fuck out of here and go on and party, because we done already beat their ass.
Save your players too.
Save your players. Save everything. Get everybody off the field, because the players are already trying to rush the field anyway. I mean, the stands, they're already trying to rush the field. So it's going to end the game. Get it over with. So, I mean, in that aspect, I do think sports betting that does play an impact, especially on the pro level. I say more so on the pro level, because on the back-end players like DeJounte Porter, Michael Porter's brother, the guy who got arrested up there in Toronto, them type niggas making $1 million a year. A little extra 100,000, they could use that. So I don't think LeBron and them is over there worried about the
Point shaving.
yeah, I don't think they give a fuck about the over under. But fucking the 12th man on the Rockets might. He might. You know what I'm saying? His over under may be 2 points. You know what I'm saying? So them niggas might be affected. But at the same time, I don't think it's a big enough issue because that's like a drop in the barrel to goddamn all the money that the NBA and all these other organizations are making off of it. Because if they felt it was that big of a deal, they stop sports betting altogether. But they making billions off of it. So they'll take them problems and just punish them niggas once they catch them. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep the real money flowing. Because sports betting has increased money revenue for sports in general as a whole. Like, these owners are eating hand over foot. Like, they have these partnerships with MGM and Underdog and Prize Picks. Y'all see it every commercial, FanDuel. Like, that's all they talk about is sports betting, sports betting, sports betting. So the amount of money they're making, they'll let a nigga slide. They'll let a nigga slide. If you get caught, you get caught. Like, we'll have the team meetings. We got zero policy written all over the walls. But we ain't out here looking for y'all niggas. Because we like getting paid too. So I think sports betting is here to stay. And whatever problems they have, they going to always have. You always going to have to. I mean, like I say, y'all been watching sports for a long time.
Do you think the players have the knowledge of the sports betting?
Do they think they have the knowledge? Oh, it's engraved. It's engraved in them. Do I think they know that they're not supposed to sports bet?
No, I'm saying not the players betting, but do they know that certain points on them when they play? Do you think they're knowledgeable of what the spread is for them to catch touchdown first? You know how it works out. Who catches the first touchdown?
I think some of them definitely pay attention to it. I mean, just look at it like this. I'm a comedian. You know what I'm saying? So if a nigga, if it was an app out there that said, hey, you only gonna get 50 laughs tonight, nigga, I'm gonna go look and see what the over under is on me. I'm gonna go
the
look.
players actually doing that?
I think some of them would. Why wouldn't I? Like, why wouldn't I? Why?
You should concentrate on the game. As a player, you should concentrate on the game, not your point spread, not your ability to catch how many plays.
I mean, but where can I go?
They're really into that.
Where can I go where I don't see it? Everywhere I go, if I turn on the TV, they talk about my over under. Like, so it is life. So if sports is life and a part of sports is sports betting, then sports betting is part of my life as default. So I think they do know that their over unders are. So I'm not saying that they get up in the morning and be like, but they got me down for 24 points tonight. But I'm about to go fuck them up. I don't think they doing that. But I think they do go look sometimes and be like, boy, what was my over under? Did I hit? Like, I mean, just human nature.
Now, are you mad at the quarterback that you don't get your reception? And now, if that happens, I don't get enough possession.
Now, see, I don't think it happens for them on sports betting, but I do think that happens with their contracts. Like, I know that happens with their contracts. Players have talked about how that happens with their contract, where they got incentives in their contracts and things of that nature. They're supposed to get so many touchdowns or so many points in the season, and coaches bench them. You know what I'm saying? Coaches bench them. The players usually are bonded together. So the players are usually in it as one. You know what I'm saying? But the coaches work for the organization. So the players may have a totally different agenda than what the coach got going on. So a coach may know, hey, if this nigga get 2 more catches, the organization got to pay him $3 more million. Now the players, a real quarterback, gonna fuck with that wide out and get him that. But a coach may sit him because that's what ownership is telling him to do. So I know that happens. Players have came out and talked about it. Nate Robinson, perfect example. He came out and was talking about how he had an incentive to get $1.2 million if he just played a certain amount of minutes. And he said Doc Rivers benched him. He said he gave him a DNP. And Nate Robinson said the real nigga in me wanted to walk up and slap the shit out of Doc Rivers and just insert myself into the game. But I didn't because of the love of the game. And I just wanted to stay in the game. You got to stay in pocket. DJ and Love, the baddest DJ in the land. What's happening, baby? Yes, sir. I do think that shit happens. But I also think that the players are bonded together in a way where they try to protect their own, just like the coaches try to protect their own. And they're part of the front office, and the players are the ones in the field. So that's just my thoughts on that. Yeah.
You know, you got more players with friends in the locker room with cell phones and on the sideline with cell phone, keeping up with the information and talking in their ear. That never happened back in the day. Now you got more players with their friends or their agents or somebody with a cell phone talk in the locker room. They call it halftime. You couldn't talk on the phone at halftime. Now they tell me halftime what you need, what you got to do.
Bro, you got to understand these niggas is 20 to 25 years old.
Yeah.
20s and 30s. Them niggas is gonna get on their phone and look at their stats during the game. If they got, which 20-year-old can go 10 minutes without looking at their phone, sitting idly? Yeah, like it's just human nature at this point. Like, I can't leave without my phone. These niggas is looking, as soon as I get back to the locker room, especially if I made a good play, like these niggas is liking plays. These niggas is liking plays on Instagram during halftime. Like, these niggas is on their phone. There's no way you can't tell me they on their phone. And if they're on their phone, one person at least is text them, hey, boy, I need one more catch.
Sure.
One more catch and set me straight. You feel me? Like, it just happens. That's the nature of humans. Like, you can't stop. That's something you just can't stop. Like, unless you just go be collected phones, let these niggas not be connected to the outside world. Like, if you're doing that, then we're going to have to change a lot of shit. These niggas going to have to go to concentration camps to play sports if you just don't want to connect it to the outside world. But it's just like, nigga, you know these niggas hear what we saying. They get on the radio and hear the reviews about themselves because it's human nature. I want to know what the fuck was said about me last night. Good or bad. If I had a good game, you know I'm about to turn on ESPN and look at myself. If I had a bad game, I may not. But shit, I still want to see who was talking shit about me. These niggas is humans with regular emotions. Kevin Durant, one of the greatest basketball players ever. One of the most sensitive niggas I have ever not met in my life. I ain't never met this nigga, but he is so sensitive. This nigga will curse out anybody who says anything to him. He want to fight Stephen A. Smith right now because he pays attention. These niggas make burner accounts and everything to respond to fans who can't even do half the shit they do, but they give a fuck. They give a fuck because they human. I give a fuck. I go look at the comments on these podcasts. I go see what niggas say about my show. The show could have been from last year. I go see if it still got some new likes. You see what I'm saying? So you can't tell me a nigga who got, I do that with 30,000 followers. These niggas got 100 million fans. You can't tell me I want to see what they say. If they had a network dedicated to talking about comedy, I'm telling you, I'm on there every day trying to see where I rank on the comedy list. I want to be number one. I want my PRA, points, rebound, assists. I want my shit to be high as fuck. I think about it. I think about my over. Nigga, we used to get off stage and be like, boy, I just scored 40 tonight. Like, that's just human nature. Yeah. You want to do good, and it's also human nature to want to prove people wrong when they got something against you.
Especially with elders out here. You want to make sure you get as many explosive plays showing what you're doing
so you
get that money.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's all about the money, man. So,
like Deion Sanders is the prototype. His college is the prototype. They showing everything: practice, the bad, the good, everything. And I think you should. But I think if they had sports betting, if they had phones, let Deion had Instagram when he was in the Falcons, where this nigga was playing 2 sports a day. You don't think he'll be on Instagram? He'd be on just like his son on Instagram all fucking day with a podcast and shit. Deion will be on Instagram all fucking day with a podcast. They just didn't have it. Deion, the most flashiest motherfucker to ever walk a football field. Think this nigga wouldn't? Let Joe Namath, who used to wear fucking furs on the field, you think he wouldn't be posting pictures? Like, come on, these niggas go be on their phone. Yeah. They just didn't have a phone. The Raiders nation back in the day when they had all the furs on.
You feel me? Come on, Wilt Chamberlain, George Gervin. These niggas, You think niggas didn't want to see they drill? Like, what are you wearing it for if you don't want nobody to see it?
I mean, they even showing Stephen A. Smith walking to the stadium, so you know you want to see the players.
Come on.
And the outfits. So you know they showing the outfits. So how do you think about the outfits that the players are wearing to the game, man? Do you think it's getting...
Hey, man, I feel, on that's a whole different note. Cause I just feel like once you get a certain amount of money, a nigga can't tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can wear whatever. Nigga, what can I say to a nigga with $10 million if he got on a blouse? he wearing a blouse, but he got $10 million. And me and my Polo and my Nissan that don't crank some days when it's cold, what I'm gonna say to him? The fuck I'm gonna say to him? Hey, brother, maybe you should wear something without no midriff. Hey, brother, maybe you should get your engine light off. That's what he gonna tell me. Yeah. So I would just mind my business on that. That's sometimes they used to say that's above your pay grade. Yeah. The way they dress is above my pay grade. I know what I wear. I know what I like. If I had money, I may wear some of the shit they wear. Not the dresses, but I'd have on some of that shit. Yeah. So I don't even worry about that. What do you do on that field? What do you do on that field? What do you do on that court? I don't really care about these people's personal lives because if I cared about their personal life, I wouldn't be a Kobe Bryant fan. My nigga died, and some people are convinced he's a rapist. And if I cared about what he did off the court, I wouldn't support him. But I don't care if George Bush dropped 81 points on the Raptor, he'd be in my top 2 as well. You feel what I'm saying? If Donald Trump could dunk on Yao Ming, he'd be one of my favorite basketball players. I don't care about his politics, nothing like that. Nick Bosa just wore a MAGA hat on the field, and I'd be an idiot to say he wasn't a top 5 defensive player in the league right now. Mm-hmm. Do I support what he does off the field? No, that's not my business. But do I do sports. This is a sports podcast, so I don't get on here and talk politics with these niggas and shit like that. Yeah, I said I'll talk about what they did on the field. So I could give a damn if the niggas racist or not. If we're being honest, most of them niggas racist. So it's no reason for me. If we do it all that, I wouldn't watch sports at all the way they manipulate black people. Yeah. If I really gave a fuck. Yeah. But I love sports. So I try to separate it just for the passion of the game. You know what I'm saying? But if I was really on that, you know what I'm saying, nigga, we'd be talking about the movement when we're going back to Africa because Trump in office, if I was really on that. But if I ain't on that, then I might as well leave all of it alone. I ain't gonna be half in and half out. You know what I'm saying? Because if we been, I didn't stop watching football because of Colin Kaepernick. I kept watching, nigga. The Falcons was on their way to the Super Bowl. What the fuck I look like stopping right now, nigga? We so close. The fuck I look like stopping right. You want to kneel today? Why you didn't kneel when you beat us in the NFC Championship game? You could have kneeled then and let us get to the Super Bowl. I support whatever. That's your right. As a human, you got a right to do that. But I mean, that's just not my business. You know what I'm saying? I got my personal rights and personal beliefs that I believe in. I just separate it from sports. That's just my belief on that. Speaking of basketball, though, to get to it, another bullshit performance. I mean, did anybody shout out to the soccer team, Atlanta United. They beat fucking Messi this weekend. I say that they beat Miami, probably the biggest win in Atlanta soccer history. Yeah. So I give them a shout out.
They beat Messi.
They beat Messi. So you got the soccer team, you got Atlanta United, and you got Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. They're the only two teams that won this weekend. Them Hawks look like shit. I came here 3 weeks ago. We was excited about these niggas. Man, changes need to be made, and I don't even know where to go. I don't know where to start. Give him the weed, man. I don't know where to start. I don't know. I mean, because I don't see what immediate change we can make right now on the Hawks. I hit it. Come on, pass it over here. I don't see what immediate change we can make right now on the Hawks that'll change us. You good, Will? Shout out to my cameraman and my weed man. He's same nigga.
Should y'all go to Penix now?
I'm on the Hawks now, but should we go to Penix? Hell no. Hell no.
Oh, you
said talk about the Falcons. Yeah, I'm on basketball, but hell no. We're not going to Penix. We gave Kirk Cousins too much money. And we're 6-4. We got a winning record. 10 games in. So, no, I wouldn't go to Penix. First of all, we gave Kirk Cousins $100 million. So, whatever you do, you're going to have to do it on the field. I don't care if you die. They're going to have to put your casket behind center. Like we gave you $100 million. You're gonna have to play football, dead or alive. But no, Penix, we got a plan. I mean, the Orleans game, it was a fluke game. We lost, but we just got to move on. The season isn't over yet. We still number one in our division. So I wouldn't be going to Penix. Penix needs to sit back and learn from Cousins. Learn the good and the bad. See what Cousins is fucking up on and try not to do that. See what Cousins is good at and try to emulate it. But no, we so far away from going to Penix. I mean, it'd have to be real bad for us to go. We'd have to lose about 6 straight and Cousins get hurt. Because even if we lose out this season, I still see Kirk Cousins as our starting quarterback next year. Just for the amount of money we gave him. Like, just for the amount of money. I mean, that's the only reason Dak Prescott still started. He had to literally hurt himself to get off the field. Like, I mean, once they pay you, nigga, you got to play. But onto these Hawks. I don't know where we could pick up a nigga. I don't know what position. Can the rookie shoot or he can't? Is he just shooting shots or can he shoot? He can shoot? All right, because he's taking like 12 threes a game and hitting like 2. So I don't really know if the nigga can shoot. Where do we go from here? Because we're 4-7 right now. We had 2 tough losses this weekend to teams we're not supposed to lose to. We lost to well, I don't know. I keep saying teams we're not supposed to lose to, but maybe we are. Maybe we are supposed to be a team that loses to the Detroit Pistons. Maybe we do suck that bad. I didn't think we did at the beginning of the season, but maybe we do suck. Maybe we do. I didn't think we would because I mean, look at the teams we've lost to. We're 4-7. We lost to the Wizards twice. We lost to Detroit. We lost to the Bulls. Like, come on, all these teams under 500 records. They catching wins on us. Niggas can't wait to come back to Atlanta to play us. When is Atlanta on the schedule? That's when we'll catch our win. So I mean, we have bright spots on the team, but right now teams are just plotting on Trae Young. Like, I've never seen Trae Young get plotted on so much in my fucking life, in his career. Like, they're coming out intentionally, making it a point to put Trae Young in the post. Just keep rotating until we get Trae Young on the ball. And it's crazy right now. Everybody in the league is 6'5". Trae Young's the littlest guy on the court every night, and he can only do so much. I mean, as many shots as he's taking, as many assists as he's getting, he is a liability on defense. Not only is he a liability on defense, when he's off, he's off. When Trae Young when he's on. But Trae Young, when he's off, he's off. Like, some players, some superstar players, when they off that first half, you can be like, all right, he gonna get it going eventually. Not Trae Young. When Trae Young is cold, but it's about to last the whole. He done had. Last week he went 2 for 12. He had a 1 for 13 game. Like he came it off a 7-point game. Like Trae Young is having a really since them first 2 games where he came out 30 and 10, it's been really rough for Trae Young this year. And the only bright spots, well, we got a couple bright spots on the team. Like it's positives around the team. It's just as a whole, it's a negative. I would say one of the positives, of course, Jalen Johnson, who's been balling his ass off this year. Another positive is fucking Dyson Daniels, who's probably going to be first team All NBA defense this year. This nigga is leading the league in steals. When the fuck do the Hawks get a player like that? Like he's a gem in the rough. I didn't even know. They say he came from New Orleans. I didn't see him in New Orleans. I've never seen him on the court. This nigga is a gem. He's a gem. I mean, and he scores. He doesn't score proficient, but he can get 15 points a game. I would say Zach Reese isn't a bust. I mean, I don't know if he's number 1 pick, like worthy or whatever. I mean, it's still yet to be determined. It's only 10 games into the season, but he's not sorry. Like, I do see the goal they're trying. Like I said in the beginning of the season, they're trying to have Trae Young be out there, be the only little guy, and everybody around him be 6'8", 6'9". The main problem is, the starting 5 is decent. They can hang with anybody. It's when we go to that bench. That's the real problem. When you go to that bench and you got to put in Garrison fucking Matthews, and he got to play 25 minutes, and you got to put in niggas that was just playing on College Park Skyhawks. They got to play 30 minutes a game. They playing double headers. They played that morning in College Park, then they come down to Phillips Arena and play that night. That can't happen. God bless his soul. When the fuck is DeAndre Hunter gonna play basketball again? I mean, they would trade this nigga. Trade for anything. Get him off the books. He is a liability. He ain't played. He doesn't play. Do you think that these 2-year
NBA players that's coming out going to the league 2 years, is a body worthy for this NBA schedule? Are they body physically worthy? That's the problem. You got these 2-year guys coming out of college that they're not ready for the NBA. It's like coming out of football. That's why they make you play 4 years. You can't come out of football after so many years because your body's not worthy for this pounding you about to take.
I don't think, if we're being honest, I don't think anybody in the NBA is worthy of is ready. His body is ready. That's why you got so many injuries in the beginning of the season.
Exactly.
I mean, but it's not just the rookies. It's the vets too.
Yeah.
Shit, Kevin Durant out for 3 weeks right now with a calf strain. Chet Holmgren just broke his hip. Ja Morant just went out. He's out for weeks. Zion Wilson is back on out indefinitely. Yeah. DeJounte Murray just broke his hand. CJ McCullough ain't stepped on the court. Like I said, DeAndre Hunter. It ain't the young niggas. It's all of them.
The boy from Oklahoma just got a hit.
Chet Holmgren. That's what I just said. Just broke his hip. Broke his hip. It's all of them. So either they gonna have to expand training camp and shorten the games. Shorten these 82 games because you got these niggas playing 82 games. The Hawks just played 3 back-to-backs in 12 days. So, nigga, somebody's going to get hurt.
So now is Embiid wrong for saying I don't want to play these back-to-backs?
No, because nigga, Embiid is on nigga. If I'm Embiid, the same thing with Kawhi Leonard, nigga. I've proven everything in the regular season. It's time for me to play in the playoffs. So as long as I'm ready when the playoffs come around, I'm good to go. All that you got to play 65 games to make an All NBA team and shit. Fuck it, because I'm making All NBA teams and I'm winning MVP and I'm dead by the time the playoffs get here. I can't play the first round.
But your team got to make the playoffs. So if you sitting out for back-to-backs, your team may not make the playoffs.
Well, that's why we got Paul George and Tyrese Maxey.
Paul George hurt. Paul George hurt.
He stay hurt. That's all them. He stay hurt. They chose him, but he there now. He's on the court now. He's back. As soon as he got back, Tyrese Maxey out for 4 weeks.
So are you thinking the NBA is driving players too hard?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They got to play back-to-backs 3 times a month, 3 to 4 times a month. You done shorten training camp and started the season earlier.
Matter of fact, your Hawks 14 days on the road. They just not.
What I said. They just played 3 back-to-backs in 12 days.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing.
But
like,
they've been 14 days on the road.
On the road. Like, come on, somebody's going to get hurt. These niggas not sleeping in their own bed. The Hawks just went from Chicago to Detroit to New York. Like, come on, bro. You got us in a gauntlet right now. I mean, and I know you got it, but like I said, it's money driven. So it really don't matter. It don't matter to the league. They'll recycle niggas. It's a nigga dribbling a basketball trying to make it to the NBA every day. They'll replace a nigga anytime. So they'll let you wear yourself the fuck out. And so that's why I always tell the players, get your money. I don't give a damn. Joel's made a lot of money in his career. I don't be mad at Kawhi Leonard for not playing no more. He's a 2-time Finals MVP. Done been 5-time All NBA player. USA Olympics. Like he done did it all.
But do you think the heart and mind of the players have changed? Because back in the day, they weren't making that kind of money, but their heart was in it, where they wanted to play every day, hurt or not hurt. It's different between being injured and different between being hurt.
Well, let me ask
and they would play through that, and because it was about the passion of the game. Now, do you think because the money's involved, I'm not gonna play as hard as go all out?
Well, I would say this: the reason people start playing, young people, when they 9, 10, well, however old you get your first dream of going to the league. Your first dream is to change your family's life. It's never I want to be an NBA champion or things of that nature. That's always second. The first thing is the money. So once they get the money, of course your motivations is gonna change. Like nigga, they was making what, $12 an hour in the NBA back in the 70s, 80s. These niggas making $50 million. Like, how much motivation do you think Ben Simmons really has to play basketball right now? Ben Simmons done made $250 million in his career in 7 years. Do I really? And my back hurts a little bit. Like, do I really feel like playing tonight? I got $250 million. I'm not going broke. I'm not going broke. What is my motivation? To play for the Brooklyn Nets. What makes me get up every morning to say I'm going to play for the Brooklyn Nets? My contract guaranteed. They're not going to fire me. It ain't as if I don't play, I don't get paid. So yes, the motivation definitely changes. The passion is definitely out the game. When you start giving niggas $50 million a year, shit changes. Shit changes. I'd get more comfortable. I don't know how many podcasts I'd do if I started getting paid $50 million a year. That's just human instinct. Will, how often would you be recording me for however much I pay per episode for you to record me if you was already getting $50 million a year?
Well, Stephen A. get a good amount of money. He don't never miss days. So why would you miss days? Why would you miss days?
Some niggas got a real passion for it. I'm not Stephen A. Some niggas really got a passion. I'm not Stephen A.
But you're not gonna have a successful show if you're not showing up.
I got $50 million. Fuck the show.
But you're not gonna get $50 million if you don't show up.
Once I get $50 million, fuck the show.
But that don't go right in your pocket. That goes over a period of time, and you gotta agree to the contract.
Yeah, that's Stephen A. I'm talking about Ben Simmons got $50 million.
You can't miss days and get $50 million. You can't miss days now.
Ben Simmons has proven otherwise. Ben Simmons has proven otherwise. He's proven, nigga, whole seasons.
He had a good agent.
He played in 3 years.
He has a good agent.
Kirk Cousins just missed a whole year last year. Came here and got $100 million. Like, the motivation is...
Dak Prescott got hurt.
Paid and sat out.
And the highest played ever.
And he's done for the season.
Yeah.
He's done for the season. So, Albert Hainsworth got $100 million. I never saw him play another down.
Yeah.
Like, it just is what it is. Like, you got some people who are actually
dedicated. But he don't get that if he don't play, though.
I understand
it's
that.
In the contract now. You got to fulfill.
And that's why I say players play to that first contract. Players play to that first contract. And then after that, it gets shaky. And that's why your greats, your faves, the ones who didn't give a fuck about the money. Your LeBron Jameses and your Steph Curry's, the one who keep going after that. And that's where you become a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Kobe was blessed to come into a situation where he was already financially stable. So he wanted to be a winner at birth because he never had to worry about money. Yeah. But for a nigga, niggas talk about Carmelo Anthony all the time. Oh, he always took the money. He never went to a team where he could have won. Nigga, I told my daddy, I remember when it was time for him to get traded. It was 2011. He was still on Denver. And the Knicks offered him $120 and the Lakers offered him $90 million. I said, "No, daddy, he gonna come play with Kobe. And he gonna win a ring because he want to be a winner." My daddy said, "Son, that boy from the slums, he gonna get that extra $30 million." I said, "What's $30 million? He ain't gonna take no $30 million. He getting $90." He said, "Son, if it ever come down to it, you always take that $120 over that $90."
Yeah,
it's my daddy.
What state you in? That taxes play a big role in that too.
I don't give a damn about $120 million. I'm taking it.
But $120 million in California is not the same as $120 million in Texas.
That's why he went to New York. He didn't go to LA or Texas.
Right.
He went to New York.
Yeah.
Texas, they don't even have no state taxes. So he'd have been straight there. But LA got a good taxes. That's why he came into LA in his 18th year after he made $500 million in the NBA.
So we gonna get a championship.
After I get paid.
Right.
Same thing Dame Lillard just did. Let me go to Milwaukee.
Right.
After I done set up here and milked the shit out of Portland for 12 years. Same thing with Bradley Beal. Let me go to Phoenix and get on a winning team after I done milked the shit out of the Wizards for $230 million. I mean, the list goes on and on of players who milk an organization and then go somewhere at the end of their career. Derrick Henry, NFL, milked the shit out of Tennessee. Now it's time to win. I mean, it's just the reality of it, bro. Like these people, at first, I mean, you got to realize, bro, these people trying to have generational wealth. If you got an opportunity to get generational wealth and you pass it up for a ring, nigga, that's on you. Like and like I say, to each his own. If that's what you want to do, but you got in this bitch to be a generational wealth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody in Carmelo's family ever won't say he's not a legend. I don't think nobody ever say that.
Nobody in life should say it.
Nobody in life. He don't have a ring or nothing. He got the numbers
to show it.
He has the numbers. Nobody, as long as you're doing your job, you got the numbers. Yeah. The rings is extra. Yeah. That's for the GOAT conversation.
Now, let me ask you
but
this.
To be remembered in history, Melo won't never be forgotten.
Let me ask you this. Go back to football. Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter. Think about staying for another season at Colorado because they making more than endorsement now than they would make their first year in their rookie contract.
Shit. Well, both of them was on record this week. You know, they asked Travis Hunter about it 2 weeks ago, said how much would it be for you to come back to Colorado. He said $20 million. Shedeur Sanders said they asked him what the team going to look like next year. He said, I don't know, I'm going to be in the NFL. Yeah. So both of their minds are made up. Travis Hunter probably is getting paid upwards of $10 million a year. But the money he's going to make next year, it won't even compare. It won't even compare. I'm telling you, it won't even compare. He's gonna get shoe deals, cover a Madden, plus an NFL contract, a top 5 NFL contract, and those usually come in around 100. Top 10 players in the NFL on draft day usually get about 120 mil. It's the same thing for NBA. If you're a lottery pick, which is the first 14, you usually get a guaranteed contract of the first 4 years of about $80 million, about 20 mil a year. So I mean, the goal is to. That's the goal. That's their ultimate goal. Now on the surface, yeah, I want to win rings and all that shit. But nigga, we doing this shit to get money. I mean, they doing it. The owners are doing it to get money. That's why these owners will fuck around and let nigga. Do you in your heart of hearts, do you really think the Hawks owner gives a fuck that we ain't won a championship in our lifetime? I don't. If he did, he changed the team, but he makes money off of it. You know what I'll do instead of putting a team together? I'll let Big Boy perform halftime. Yeah. That'll get the people going. Let me give out free T-shirts. That's what they like.
But Shedeur is saying if he stay in college, he'll make more money in an NIL deal with his first year in his contract.
Shedeur don't have a choice but to go to the league because he done already did 4 years. Like his time is up.
No, he got one more year.
Shedeur did 2 at Jackson State before he came up. This is second one at Colorado.
But he said he won't go for a 5th year in Colorado.
I'll guarantee this is Shedeur's last year playing in college football. I will bet whatever. This is Shedeur at. Not only that, because of that, nigga, Dion only got like 2 more years left in college football.
Well, I think Shedeur thinking where he gonna go if he go. He don't want to go to them teams that's gonna be able to select him. I think that's what his thinking is.
I mean, in this day and age, niggas is choosing where they want to go. Like, I mean, Alex Sarr, he was supposed to be the number 1 overall pick this year to the Hawks. He told us he wasn't playing for us. We had to go a different. That's the only reason we even got Zach Ricochet. Yeah. Because the nigga just told. I mean, that's been forever. Eli told the Chargers, "I'm not going to y'all. I'm not playing." Yeah. I mean, Rich Paul just told nigga if Bronny can tell y'all where he want to go. Rich Paul just said they said Rich Paul was out there calling teams. If y'all draft Bronny, he going overseas. Like niggas, money rules. Money talks. And the Lakers making hand over fist over Bronny. As sorry as he is, I was gonna give his numbers. That was gonna be my last take. I was gonna give his numbers of how he had it. Did you see his good ass game in the G League? He went off. He had 6 points, 5 turnovers, 1 for 7.
Wait, what is going on? 6 points.
6 points, 5 turnovers, 1 for 7 shooting. It's an ongoing joke. Me and Will be talking shit about Bronny ass. We always say it.
Yeah.
But the G League, the game, the LA, they sold out.
Sold out.
They sold out the game he played. It's a money grab. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's all based on money at the end of the day. Yeah. But I do get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I think most of these, especially these young niggas, they look at these rappers and shit like that. Like, I don't think Zion gives a fuck. I really don't. I don't think Zion gives a fuck about basketball. As good as he is, as great as a generational talent as he could be.
Zion Williams?
Zion Williams. I don't think he gives a damn. I don't think he gives a damn about basketball. Some niggas give a damn. Some niggas just want to be great. Like Anthony Edwards, I think he's one of those ones that just wants to be great. Yeah. Some niggas just don't give a fuck after they get that first check. And it shows. It shows. It'd be a major drop off in niggas after they first check. Yeah. And the niggas who get their second check usually be greats. Giannis got his second check. He's a great. If you get 2 max contracts in your career, you doing something right. A lot of niggas settle. And for $50 million, I can't say I wouldn't settle either. I don't know how I would act with $50 million. Never had it. I don't know what type of person I'd be with $50 million. I can tell y'all all I want to and talk y'all head off about I'd still be this heart-driven comedian and all this and all that. $50 million, I really don't fucking know. And nobody does. Till they get it. Till you in these niggas' situation. Yeah. Nigga ain't never put no 20 mil in my face to dribble. You know what I'm saying? And told me it's guaranteed whether I get hurt or not.
Right.
Because as soon as they give it to me, boy, my ankle hurt like a motherfucker. I don't think, oh my gosh, I can't play to 2027. I can't play till my contract up. It's in my contract up. It's in my contract year. I can't play till my contract year.
Yeah, I'm healthy now.
Oh man, this my last year? Yeah. Oh baby, let's play ball.
Yeah.
You know who I said last week, always play good on contract years? Trevor fucking Ariza. Whenever his contract come up, that boy find a way on the championship team and contribute. It never fails. It never fails. So man, good. I appreciate the input, bro. Hell yeah, but we about to wrap it up. Cut that fucking beating off. No, nigga. Goofy ass. Nah, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in to this this week's episode of Next Ball Podcast. Make sure y'all follow us on all the platforms, Odyssey app, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast from. Follow us on Instagram, Next2Ball Podcast. Shout me out, man. And like I say, next week we'll be back to talk about Denver. Hopefully we talking about a win. The Hawks got a couple games coming up this week. Hopefully we talking about a win for them. And who does Georgia play? If Georgia plays Tennessee this week, they in for a pickle. Let me see. Hold up. Hey, yeah, I gotta look at my bets too. I think I may have hit just now. Yeah, Georgia got Tennessee next week, so we on top of Old Smoky. It's gonna be a tough one. I can't wait to see how the rankings shape up. Because Georgia lost, LSU lost, BYU almost lost. They should have lost. A lot of Miami lost. A lot of top 15 teams lost. So that playoffs is coming up. It's only 3 games left in the regular season. It's about to get down to the nitty gritty. So I want to see if Georgia can still make the playoffs. But I will tell y'all this: if they lose to Tennessee, they will not make the playoffs. I don't think any 3-loss team, I don't care what conference they in, makes the playoffs. But we shall see next week. Shout out to my cameraman, Will, DJ, and all that good shit, man. Other than that, Will, take us out of here, baby.
Gang. 4 major sports teams, and I swear one of them gon' win a ring. Tired of losing to the Saints and fighting they fans after the game. Tired of all them sad Sundays, ride home on that MARTA train. It's different, bro. New quarterback. Yeah, this ain't Ritter, bro. Raheem gon' make sure everything cool, just like our kicker, bro. And you can't catch Bijan with a crew. Just take a picture, bro. And we gon' win way more than we lose. Yeah, we done up the score. Yeah, bro. In the field, but my seat's high as hell, though. But I put the filter on the pic so you can't tell, though. Say 28-3 around me, you gon' feel my shell toes. R.I.P. Kobe, but 24 AJ Terrell, bro. Yeah, bro. In the bird nest and y'all laying eggs, though. Even if we lose, the game gon' still be a celeb show. Saying that you been down since day one, but I can't tell, though. If you really was, you would be screaming ATL, bro. Yeah, bro. ATL, bro. ATL, bro. ATL, bro. ATL, bro. ATL, bro. Man, I'm telling you, this our season. If you don't believe it, bet. Ain't nobody going back and forth with y'all, man. 12-5. 12-5. Put your money down. Ain't nobody got no time to talk about. The soccer team about to go crazy in the dome, too. United we stand. Divided we fall, I'm telling you. The Hawks gonna go crazy, too. I swear the Braves about to get it back together, man. It's our season. Everything, I swear on everything, man. Y'all ain't touching us, man. New quarterback. Shout out my quarterback. Go crazy, cousins. All that talk about you, go crazy, cousins. Come back. That's my cousin now. That's my cousin now. That's my cousin now. That's my cousin now. I'm telling you, watch what happens. Watch what happens this our season. Go play with us this year, man.